Hey guys, what's up? Now we're here back in another video. So today I'm gonna be going over the DLC Pack 3, which has Old Joseph and Vanilla Ice for TB2. I'm gonna be showcasing their moves, telling you the combos, and my personal tips and counterplay for facing and using those characters. If you are looking forward to that, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Right into Joseph's moveset. His first move is Overdrive, which is a guard break. Let's see it. 16 damage, so there's that. Second move is Entangle, which is a stun. It actually scales with time it takes to get to the opponent, so if the farther away you are, the longer it's going to take to get to the stun. His third move is Hermit Purple, which is 18 damage and stuns for barely a second. So there's that. Its range isn't that great, by the way. Like literally right here, it wouldn't hit. So that's something to take note of. His fourth move is Engaging Vine, which stuns the opponent and pulls him towards. So yeah, it's pretty janky and weird. I don't like it too much, but whatever. And his fifth move is Purple Whip, which is a guard break on the second hit. And that is what it looks like. Oh, and something I did want to point out real quick is if I was to do I can do most of my tech besides Overdrive actually, but I can do Entangle without Hamon, Hermit Purple without Hamon, Engaging Vine without Hamon, and Purple Whip. It just does decreased damage or no damage at all in the cases of Entangle and Engaging, but Hermit and Purple still do damage. It can be used, it's just they do like less. Now, what are Joseph's combos? Now, he isn't really a combo character, he's more like an outplaying character, and that's why I personally don't really like him, but the combo that you can do, if you get Hermit Purple off, you can get the M1s off into Purple Whip, and that's about it, I'm gonna be honest. So let's just try to get that off. So that is what 4, 8, 12, 16 damage plus his 18 with his Hermit Purple and his 17 with his Purple Whip. So it's alright damage. It's just like it's unlikely you're gonna get Hermit Purple off because the range sucks. Like it's not even gonna get hit right here. Look at that, dude. But and the stun isn't even that long either, so it's pretty inconsistent that you're gonna ever get that combo. So the best bread and butter that you have with Joseph is your 4 into your Purple Whip or 4 into Overdrive. So let's see. So you could do that, but it's a lot faster to just do Engaging Vine because it comes out quicker. So if your opponent holds block expecting Purple Whip, you can do 4 into 1. Oh yeah, I don't have Hamon. See, it's a lot faster to do, and it starts a combo because after you get the stun, then you can do the Hermit Purple and the Purple Whip. So those are his bread and butters and combos in general. Now, what are my tips for Joseph? My tips for Joseph are to make sure you're not using your Engaging Vine too much. And if you are, make sure you're using your Overdrive with it because it does leave you open and punish. Entangle should only be used mid-range, not far-range, because you're not going to be able to capitalize off of it, of course, and it's a lot easier to block in far-range, but mid-range is a good spot to get it off, and you're still going to be able to get a punish off, so that is something. Hermit Purple is only used to really punish opponents that are playing aggressive, but not too aggressive because it can be cancelled. You just need to make sure like you get a sweet spot like right here, and then you can get a combo off, because if you're too far away, then you're not going to be able to capitalize, they're going to be able to mash, and if you're too close, then they're going to be able to cancel the move. And I think that's all of my tips for Joseph. His counterplay is probably just to make sure you're blocking a lot. If you see engaging vines, block, then roll. If you're coming towards him, be careful, or beware of Hermit Purple so you don't get hit by it and he gets a combo off. Um, and just make sure you're blocking a lot from a range so you don't get hit by Entangle, Engaging Vine, Hermit Purple, because both of his guard breaks are pretty close range. So you can't really do anything from like mid or long range against you. So there's no real point in not blocking from a range. Just if his 4, 3, or 2 are off cooldown. Alright, that's everything for Joseph. Let's move on to Vanilla. Okay, so now let's go into Vanilla Ice. His first move is Chop Rush, which is just that. His second move is Punishment, which is a grab. And it's a combo extender as well, so that's something that you can use. His third move is Void Plow, which is a guard break with decent range. Right here, it will still connect. And I don't know if you guys guard broken or not, but he did get hit, so that was weird. He didn't get guard broken now. His fourth move is Void Assault, which does not bypass or guard breaks, but it does have a decent amount of distance, zigzags back and forth, and does a decent bit of damage. His fifth move is Void Control, which allows him to go into the void, untouchable, no one can see him, and if you press 5 again, you can do a move, which has a startup here and then does this thing. It doesn't have enough hits, well, you have too much end lag to combo off of it, but your opponent has too much hits done to punish you after doing it, so I guess it's a pretty good trade. And his X move is Void Escape, so you can't use it while you're getting hit, and you're going to avoid temporarily, so it does the same thing as Void Control, but worse, and it has less, the cooldown is a lot shorter, but so is the time you can be in the void, so it's a interesting trade to say the least. Now I'm gonna do 3 at once, but the combo for Vanilla Ice is 4-on-1s into Punishment into Chop, 4-on-1s Chop Rush. I'm only gonna do 3 because I already hit him by accident, but that was interesting lag, but you see his HP is at like 50%, so it does like 45 damage, 50 damage right there. It's a decent bread and butter. It's very easy to pull off, very simple, and doesn't do much. I did it. So that's a combo starter. If you're close enough to your opponent, I'm going to hit him once because I missed one M1. But if you hit a Void Assault, if you hit them with Void Assault and you're close to them, it does hit stun them. So you have enough time to get a dash M1 maybe, but definitely an M1 off into 4-on-1s, of course, Punishment, 4-on-1s, Chop, Rush, and that combo is going to be like 60 damage right there. So I think he's very strong. His other combo that you can do, hypothetically, your Chop Rush is on cooldown, but your Punishment and Void Assault isn't. You can do 4-on-1s into Punishment, into instant Void Assault. So that is another combo you can do. It does 3 more damage than if you were to do 5-on-1s, but I think it would be better off if you just did the 5-on-1s and then like use Void Cloud to get them off of you, or use Void Control or something like that, because I don't know, I think Void Assault applies a lot of pressure that you're getting rid of just for like 3 additional damage. Now, what are my tips? My tips, make sure you're using his range to your advantage. As you saw earlier, if you hit a Void Assault from like right here, and it was to connect, then you basically get a free combo off from that. His 3 has a great amount of range to get able to hit from right here, so that's something to keep in mind. It's 20 damage too, so that's going to hit hard if it connects, so that's something to always look out for. His Void Control, just don't be too predictable with it, because the move is good, but it can be punished by projectiles. As you'll see, I cannot move for like 1/2 of a sec, not 1/2 of a second, like 1.5 seconds. So basically, people have enough time to get a projectile off or anything like a time stop or something like that. So you got to make sure you're being careful. The move doesn't have a lot of end lag, and it stays like the end lag starts pretty early, so it's not easy to punish, but it is punishable and it is possible to get a punish off. So you got to make sure you're being careful and not too predictable with that. Now, what is the counterplay for Vanilla Ice? Now, the counterplay for Vanilla Ice is to make sure that you're just keeping your distance. If you are like, or at least make sure you're circulating around him, because if you're just being really predictable with your movement, he's going to be able to punish you with Void Control, Void Assault, Void Plow, all moves that do have hit stun and can possibly get a dash on one on you if you don't expect them and you're too close while they hit you with the move. So you got to make sure you're being careful. Please try to make sure you're not getting caught with end lag, because if you do, you're going to take basically, how much damage is it? Like 50 with punishment, chop rush. So you got to make sure to look out for that. I think his kit is pretty hard to punish because Void Plow covers a large radius and doesn't have a lot of end lag. His 4 cover doesn't have a lot of end lag either. Like as you saw, I was almost able to immediately roll, and it does travel pretty far. His 5 covers a large distance, doesn't have a lot of end lag either, and his Void Escape is just a really good move to get off the pressure. So he has a lot of moves to back off the opponent or force the opponent to back off of him. So it's going to be kind of hard to fight him. But I feel like if you're just playing smart, not being too predictable with your movement, avoiding his moves, and trying to punish the end lag as small as it is when possible, I feel like that is the key to beating a good or any vanilla Ice player. And that is all for this video. In the next one, I'm feeling like doing Stroheim probably, so I'm gonna look into that. But if you are looking forward to that video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell to see more content like this. And while I'm here with you, I'll see you guys in the next one.